Hi guys, this is Rosa from Rosa's Resources. Real quick video about phones and just people in society, period. Mariah jump. Anyway, greetings guys. Um, let's talk about these cell phones. Why is it that we are so occupied with our cell phones that we could have people in front of us, whether it's in a meeting, sitting at dinner, on the phone, in the presence of actual people right in front of you, but you prefer to play with the phone. You're so preoccupied by the telephone, and somebody might be on a date with you or in a business meeting, like I said, whatever it is. People are sitting right across the street from individuals and texting each other, which is ridiculous to me. It's because we're so programmed to go on our phone and check each and every minute what's going on Facebook, what's going on YouTube, what's going on Instagram. It's just so ridiculous, guys, that we have to learn how to just step away from our phones sometimes. It's like way overload, too much information, right? Even though the information is good and everything, you have to pace yourself. I find myself sometimes falling in the habit as well, but I have to push the phone away. If I'm going outside and I somehow forget the phone and I know it's just going to be outside for like less than an hour, I don't care. I would just leave the phone. You know, I actually remember the times when we didn't have cell phone. We used to have beeper and stuff like that. So, not having a phone for like a couple hours is not gonna change my life. You understand? It's probably a good thing that people can't get in touch with you every minute of the day. And when somebody call your phone, you don't always have to answer. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they just like have you at their access every minute, every minute, every minute. As soon as you hear a notification, you're checking your phone. So let's talk about like when somebody's actually in front of you. I think it's so very rude that you might have somebody in front of you and they're talking to you and you just preoccupied with your phone. So the person in front of you is not getting any attention, but the person online is, and the person is not even there. You understand what I'm saying? You could actually touch the person that's in front of you. People do it all the time. Yeah, welcome to the new society, right? But it's just like bad. People feel neglected in relationships. The phone have a lot to do with your relationships, guys. With neglecting your relationship, you know what I mean? Some husband and wives are so occupied with being online to see what's going on, and in their household is getting destroyed. You understand what I'm saying? They take the person that's next to them for granted. And then when it's too late, now they want to make it up, but it's just too late. Once you had the person in front of you, you didn't value the person because you thought that person was going to always be there. And it's definitely not true. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention. You got to pay attention to what's going on with your kids. Your kids could be like, especially if they're small kids, they're picking on you, like picking on your dress or whatever, and saying, "Mommy, mommy," or "Daddy, daddy," and you're not paying attention. In the meantime, the kid is trying to tell you something very urgent, and you're just not listening because you're so preoccupied with the phone. You go to dinner, you should put the dinner, store the dinner. Either you leave it wherever, store it in the center of the table, something. And some people do like a game where if anybody that touched the phone first have to pay for dinner or something, whatever game you want to play. But I feel like if you go to dinner and you have actually people in front of you, come on now, we all could spend an hour without being on the phone. You know what I'm saying? It's just so rude. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. You even have to learn now ethics, like ethical things with phone. You know what I'm saying? It's just so rude sometimes. Some people are talking to you and they're not like giving you eye contact or anything. You're talking to them and they're on the phone like, They're not hearing what you're saying because they're more preoccupied with what's going on the phone. It's just so rude, guys. Anyway, you could leave your comment here, like and share. What is your thoughts on that? Do you do it yourself? When you guys go to dinner, do you do it? Some places right now, phone is not allowed, like some of the doctor's office and stuff, and people still take out their phone. They just don't follow the rule. And another thing, even in praising and worshiping, you have people recording the worship. I cannot stand going to church, and even though I like old school church, right? I don't like when you go to church and they're doing the whole recording thing. Yes, people have to watch online, but there's no sign in the church. You're in the Holy Ghost and people are recording. It's such an intimate moment. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a turn off for me. And if I'm worshiping in church, why am I like this on the phone? It's just so ridiculous. And the whole other thing with the phone is it's very, very good to have a cell phone, guys, because when things happen, like even like with the police, when things happen, even though they have their own recording system, we now can record them to have proof, and to show the world like the conduct of how people really act in society. But um, yeah, like I said, with the police system, sometimes I feel like they could turn it off. Um, but it's really good, like I said, that people are recording them just to make sure you have that other documentation. But one thing I don't like I saw this man and I just had to make a comment on his page because he was this homeless man. Because I personally talk to the homeless people in my community or even outside of my community, and I'm not gonna be like, oh look, I'm helping the homeless person. No, you're not doing it from your heart if you're doing it like that. So the man is digging in the garbage. Already he has to be digging in the garbage looking for food. You're going up to help him, right? To glorify yourself actually, and you're recording the man going in the garbage. Just because he's homeless don't mean that he don't need a little dignity, a little respect. You understand what I'm saying? What the right thing would have been good for him to do is just don't record him at all. Go and help him. Nobody has to know if you're doing it from your heart that you helped someone. You understand what I'm saying? But he's seen the man going in the garbage and he's recording it while he's asking the man at the same time, do he want some food? That's just so whack and tacky. Do you want somebody to do that to you, wacky tacky? Ugh, you know, ethics with your phone, guys. All right. Another thing about these phones are you might be having sex with someone, especially people that like to do one night stand. You might be having an intimate conversation with somebody, whether it's your friend, your boss, whoever. That's why I always pay attention to see who have their phone out or whatever. They could even leave in their pocket and record people. People are so sneaky these days. I don't like that. I don't like the whole something happened and people are putting out our intimate conversation where people are sex tapes because they're using their phones, concealing their phone to do like sex videos and stuff. And by the way, that's a crime. If somebody's doing that to you that um, you don't even know whether you know or not, and they're recording your sex videos like you're a porn star, but you don't know. And even if you do know that you're a porn star, nobody have the right to do that to do that to you, and there's a crime against that as well. Okay, so yeah, people use the phone for good and for bad, but yeah, it's ethics ethic on these phones, and yep, it's horrible, guys. So just have some manners with the phone, manners and respect. You know what I'm saying? Leave your comment here, like and share. Peace.